Yolngu. I'm a teacher at the school here, Yambirpa School, and I'm here to pay tribute to one of the colleagues that passed away. I just want to talk about this colleague. She's a senior woman, Ms Mununggurr, who we have the family up on the stage here, the husband and the kids and grandkids. She was studying with me rate. Some of you must have known a program that we used in 1976, rate program, remote area teacher education, which was then called on-site at that time. And then it was, after it was called rate program. In 1998, we were doing stage 2 rate at Kirkala. There was a teachers from Yirkala, but also from homelands. We've come together and did rate occasionally at the school. Our teacher lecturer was Leon. He's sitting amongst the crowd here. Yeah, he's been here for a long time. He's now a principal at Homeland School. A long term. He's been here for a long time. Ms Mununggurr, we were studying together in 1988. We would mostly study at home, but went into Bachelor College for intensive workshop for, say, 2 or 3 weeks, and then home again. It was sometimes funny during the time when we were studying, because every time it was time for us to go to Bachelor, she would sometimes, she would do the washes, do her clothes, clean her clothes, wash her clothes before and hang it on the line. And then when it was time for us to get on the plane, it was too late for her to pack up all her clothes. So what she would do is she would just jump on the plane with us. And at Bachelor, we would share clothes, what we brought to her. So sometimes it was funny, sometimes it was very hard. Yeah. You would feel it when it was through work, study, and other things that people go through. Yeah, sometimes it's frustrating. All these different feelings that people go through. And that's how she went through. But there was always a family back home that really supported her to finish her studies while on home studying, which was really a good thing for the community. It was community's wishes and aspiration that they wanted the school rate to be happening in the community, on our land. I didn't have anything to write down, because normally I do when I'm giving speech, but I've been, my gurung, I call her, she's my audience relationship, who's the daughter. She's been relaying messages to me, but it didn't get to me, so she just, we were just talking about it, if I got the message, and I said I didn't. So that's why I don't have a paper here to talk about her. Yeah. So it's coming from here. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Maring, for Nawi. Uchuala Nawi Taruk, Namawi Kangal. Thank you on behalf of the family. My mother, she did a lot. She did a lot for both Yirrkala homelands and Yirrkala school and schools across the territory. She was a leader in her own way. And all the effort she put into her work started way back when she was young. She started way back in the 70s, 60s and the 70s, with Dad by her side. Dad was the driving force behind her, behind the scenes, helping Mum along the way, working towards what's best for our kids, for kids both living at Yirrkala, for kids in the homelands. One of her initiatives, along with many others, was the idea of the boarding facility, Kartalala boarding facility project. My mother was very strong in that area, and she made connections with a lot of people, both within the department, within the minister's office, and we were working towards making it a reality for Kartalla. But when government policy changed, everything changed, and it hurt Mum. It hurt Mum in a very, very bad way. She just couldn't believe what was happening right before her eyes. But there's something that I just wanted to relay out to everybody. That boarding facility is now based in Yolngu today. And for Mum, it was something that she worked towards, something that was never going to happen at Kartalla. And it's a plan. A lot of us, I was there with her, many of the Yolngu colleagues and friends was with her along the way towards, all that plan was going to happen out at Kartalla, but nothing happened. And that's just a government thing. We fought very hard for that project to happen at a homeland, based at a homeland, but nothing happened. And now, today, it's based at Yolngu. But my mother, she was hurt by it just for a little while, and I was there always talking in her ears not to worry about everything, because she was getting old as well. But when she was getting old, her heart and passion she had that passion burning within her. When it comes to education, she was still there. She was still there for the people. She was still there for the kids. She was always participating in meetings and everything when we were telling her not to do all that stuff, but she couldn't stop doing it. She kept on going. So I'm here talking on behalf of Mom. She's not here now. She passed away this year. But I believe that her spirit will always be with the family. Her spirit will always be with the people that she's worked with, and that she will always be in our hearts forever. Thank you for Garma. Thank you to Garma for giving this time to acknowledge Mom and acknowledge her work. The work that she's put in, the efforts that she's put in into education. So I thank everybody. God, thank you, Mununggurr. Thank you, Leon. Thank you, Greg. God, thank you, everybody who ever knew Mom. She's always here in our hearts. Thank you.
There's one thing that I want to add is she holds the Bachelor of Education.
Just to conclude our tribute, which we'll enjoy another musical item to conclude the tribute, just on behalf of all those teachers for all those years who were inducted, instructed, helped along the way, mentored by our late colleague and friend and her husband, Japul clan leader, Mr. Ms Mununggurr. We say thank you. It's been a privilege for us, and our learning and our capacity to contribute here in an educational partnership has been a privilege, and we thank her for that. Thank you, and now we'll conclude with a musical item. Thank you.
Just want to tell a little story, not long. Tribute for it's called Mary, my grandma, and she always said for me all the times, like I'm from the Darlingburg, and she always said for me, you always teach your kids the etiquette you in their own right. You get that Yolngu, Manike, and teach all the time. She always said that for me, and she helped me a lot too into my tour with Bangara Dance Company. And I've been working Bangara for 30 years, and I pass message all the time into the world. And now I'm passing in my son Russell, and he's gonna sing one song, just a word cockatoo. Thank you.